Second serve.
And Jim.
Second serve.
And unwinding the stack against this team is dangerous because they will pounce on a short return. Ben just missed that volley. Just wide. Great lead from Jimmy. Great hand.
Second serve. 1.
Unfortunate leg court for James Ignatowich, who was there.
3-1-1.
Wow. Crisscross, zig, and zag.
Defending the entire point from the midcourt after not.
Second serve. 5-2.
And then James pump fakes, pulled the paddle back after. Anna's like, oh, good partner protection here.
6-1-2.
Went for the huge angle at the end. Great dig from actually.
1-6-2.
Score's 1-6, so disregard the score on the scoreboard there in center court. What a shot from Anna Lee Waters, one of the few players that will pull the trigger on the two-handed backhand back down the line. That's nice.
6-1-1.
Especially when down the line is usually the male counterparts on the other side. No fear in the game of Anna Lee Waters' side than Anna Lee Waters there on the right.
That's great from James. Use that.
Point. No.
Long for Bright.
Second serve.
I like the life that you just gained right out of you.
James Ignatowich comes to life. We'll give him a big hug. Congratulated him.
Yeah, she talked about that last night, how excited she was, and now one step even further. Always gracious Fed Staxford in that interview immediately jumped to the impact that the team he just beat on his own career. Always selfless. That's staying in. Watch the sticker.
Oh my. Sticker intact. Ignatowich's shoulder.
4-9-2.
The get Anna Bright made in the middle of the court there was just stunningly good. I mean, then you heard the communication. She had to throw up a defensive lob to sort of regain sort of a neutral position, and they did that. Then just a missed drop.
Cleanup committee from the kitchen, James Ignatowich. There's no issues putting that one away. Another chance for a game point here on Waters' serve. Wow. That's a punishable offense. Annalie Waters wasn't going to get burned by another Anna Bright lob in this one.
No, she had a much better read on that. She was retreating when she saw it going up. Earlier today, Catherine was frozen like in cement. Those lobs were so good.
This chance for Waters and Johns to close it out. One game point saved by Bright and Ignatowich.
Fourth and 1. Second serve.
And that's just a really tough swing because it's a great ball back behind Ignatowich. So you are not set. So there's movement to the side and then a full swing. That is just really adding degree of difficulty.
Point for Bright and Ignatowich.
And we've seen Anna Bright pull the trigger at the Ben Johns backhand. We've seen players like Georgia Johnson have some success with that.
Wide for Ignatowich, and game point number 2 for Waters and Johns.
10-1.
Good night from that pop-up chance for Ignatowich. Game point 3 now for Ben Johns, trying to close it out. And Johns leaps the corner for the Ernie, and a very stylish way to close out game 1, 11-5.
Yeah, you know, let's make the walk-off look pretty, and that's exactly what they did. So another just impressive game played at a very high level, and Ben's like, yeah, I'm going to show you a little highlight reel to walk it out. Can they keep that going?
Especially in that men's doubles match. I
Yes.
expected that one to go 5, but here we are now for Bright and Ignatowich in a big hole, as they're used to against Waters and Johns, but they know the task ahead. They've matched up against them 6 times in the finals before, so if you were tasked with being the coach of Bright and Ignatowich's side, would love to know your insight after this opening point here in game 2.
And then we're going to wreck thirds and come after these guys. And just so much pace on that. So let's see if they can get into that. And I would also like, if James does get a dink to the backhand, to be aggressive with it cross court and make Ben have to hit something off the short hop to set up Anna. Great matrix from AB there.
One.
Nice. There's that two-handed backhand. Her St. Louis Shock teammate, Kay Fahey, was more than happy to jump in. Plus, they got some extra reps going into MLP DC. So some interesting matchups in Dallas for sure.
Wow. Great dude. Oh, my. My goodness.
Risk on. Let James just really go after the serve and then drive the third, but I think I'll finish this in a second. Way too short on that one. I think, you know, we're welcome. Go ahead and drive it. We're fine.
Second serve. Eight by 2.
That's the shot Ben loves to hit.
5-2. Point.
A sitter that Ben Johns rarely misses in that third.
Two.
Ben tried to block it back because he knew James would be lurking and went for too much, and they're within one.
Great hit from Anna Bright. Chance to tie it here in game 2.
Just sails deep.
Eighth and 1.
And at least still using that way wide serve position. More of that is needed from James because of how good that shot is off the bounce.
8-7-2. Timeout. I'm sorry, point.
Leave it. Leave it.
Anna Bright saying to leave it. Some of these
9-2.
likely going out for her on her side.
Point.
A sitter for Annalie Waters to cream through the middle on the backhand, the shot she loves most. Game point.
Yeah, she was like, if you're going to fire right at my body again, I'm going to just get out of the way. So fades perfectly. And then that is just a fastball down the middle when the catcher told you because he doesn't like the pitcher.
Great get. James Ignatowich exploits her, though, on the recovery. 1 game point saved for Ignatowich and Bright, who had this one up for grabs most of the way through.
Second serve. Seven and 2.
Colorful expressions from Anna Bright.
About a canine.
Point.
Wow. Went with a 1-y there, and it worked.
8-2. Point.
March to the bench.
10-2.
For the beneficiaries, and we can't thank you at home enough for spending your Sunday with us as well.
Game 3 upon us now.
Side out.
And unfortunately, the title of Game 2 was opportunity lost. Right there for Bright and Ignatowich.
0-0-1. Point.
I mean, sometimes you just get beat. That was a ball that usually is going down the middle, and somehow Ben's able to get the backhand and then keep it down and in quickly.
Second serve. 1-0-2.
Okay, James Ignatowich knows he needs to play his best to challenge and contest the consistency of Ben Johns. I'll say that'll do for the side out.
0-1-1.
Got to get down. I like the aggressive roll dink, but it's got to be in the shallow part of the kitchen. And a great coaching tip on that, when your partner goes for an Ernie and doesn't get a lot on it, and you have to fill in, don't do anything offensive. Lay it back into the kitchen to get your team a chance. Anna Bright did that brilliantly on that rally.
Yeah, the kitchen often referred to as the safety valve.
Yes.
In those moments.
And that's why, you know, Ben talks a lot about we're just getting started and figuring this whole game out. How do we use that kitchen more and in different ways?
Yeah!
Point.
I mean, an absolute missile launched right there from Anna Lee Waters. You'll see that in singles later, and Catherine Parente is like, I'm glad that one's out of her system.
Point.
This partnership of Ben and Anna Lee began in January of 2022. They've played well over 150 matches.
Yeah, and that doesn't have to be great. You are in a good position. Keep them deep.
Point.
Just two. Tremendous overhead from Ignatowich, from Ben cross court there. Ben, that's what you needed to do, and
0-6-2. Side out. 7-0-2.
Casual reset from Ben.
What in the world? That's in.
of Bright and Ignatowich.
Time
Now,
in.
top pick, one of the top picks
Zero
of
and
Major
one.
League Pickleball. Ben Johns, of course, the #1 overall pick.
And Patrick Wynn's going to be coming in with a lot of confidence.
Great pickup by Annalee
Second
Waters'
serve.
team for Big H.
And there's where the problem's been all day, just not in
Zero,
sync. I
two.
mean, that is a cross-court attack that Anna Bright is sitting on.
Excuse me, Anna Bright's team. He is
Yeah.
with St. Louis Shock.
Side
Hidden
out.
Patrick Wynn anyway.
Just another empty trip.
8-0-1.
Waters and Johns 3 points away from securing their 34th title.
Point. Nine, 0-1.
Okay. One-handed backhand speed up off the bounce. Watch this. This doesn't ever happen. And Anna Bright's like, get that out of here. Stop using me as part of your lab. Look out below.
Point. Match
Is that
point.
good? That's good, okay. Championship point for Ben Johns and Annalee Waters.
I mean, I'm pretty sure this is, if they win this, to have Pickles and 2 matches in a row on Championship Sunday.
I don't know if that's ever happened.
I don't think so.
Point game match.
Ben Johns and Annalee Waters take their 7th title of the year in Sacramento, California. Another